Hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Teacher Dan. In today's session, you will learn about the parts, properties, the graph, and the equation of the parabola with vertex at the point of origin. Are you ready? Come on, let's start. So let us begin our discussion with the introduction to parabola. A parabola is the most common shape in the field of architecture, engineering, sports, in physics, in nature, in real life, and in many other areas. Most of the man-made structures are in the form of parabolic art, just like the Al-Wada arches in Doha, Qatar, and the Eiffel Tower in Paris, France. Parabolas can be seen anywhere and everywhere. You can see it from the suspension cables of the bridges, from the arc of the man-made structures, from the parabolic fountain, and even from the path of basketball and many more. In mathematics, a parabola is defined as the set of points in a plane which are equidistant from a fixed point and a fixed line. The parts of a parabola are illustrated on this slide. So we have here the set of points in a plane, which is the parabola, the fixed point, the focus, directrix, the fixed line. We also have here the latus rectum and the axis of symmetry or the principal axis. For a clear understanding of the parts of a parabola, let us consider the following definition of terms. Please read with me. Focus or point F is the fixed point of a parabola. The directrix or line D is the fixed line. The vertex, point V, is the point midway between the focus and the directrix. And we also have here the focal length, which is the distance from the vertex to the focus. We also have AOS or axis of symmetry, which is the line passing through the focus and perpendicular to the directrix. The LR or the latus rectum is the line segment passing through the focus and perpendicular to the line of symmetry. Do you understand? Okay, so let us now discuss the properties of the parabola. The properties are summarized on the given table. As you can see, we have here the opening. The parabola can open to the right and open to the left. So the standard form of the parabola that opens to the right is given by y squared equals 4x. The vertex is at the point of origin, vertex 0, 0. Focus, we have point F. The coordinates of point F is P0. The equation of directrix is x equals negative p. And the latus rectum is equal to 4p. And the AOS is the x-axis or y equals 0. If the parabola opens to the left, the standard form is given by y squared equals negative 4px. The vertex is at the point of origin. Coordinates of point F is negative p0. Equation of the directrix x equals negative p. The latus rectum is always equal to 4 times the focal length, and the AOS is the x-axis, which means y equals 0. So let us now proceed to example number 1. Our task is to discuss the properties and sketch the graph of y squared equals 8x. The table below will guide you in discussing the properties. So from the equation, we have y squared equals 8x. It is in the form of y squared equals 4px. So we can say that the parabola opens to the right. Okay, so let us now complete the table. The first step here is to solve for the focal length. Since 4p equals 8, we can solve for p by equating 8 to 4p. Divide both sides of the equation by 4. 4p divided by 4 equals p, and 8 divided by 4 equals 2. Therefore, we can say that the focal length is 2. Complete the table. So vertex at 0, 0. Replace p with 2. Focus at 2, 0. Equation of directrix, x equals negative 2. Latus rectum, multiply 4 by 2, so the latus rectum is 8. And the axis of symmetry is x-axis and y equals 0. So using the given coordinates on the table, we can now plot the points to draw the parabola. by locating the vertex at the point of origin, the focus. From the vertex, we have to move 2 steps to the right and locate 2, 0 on the x-axis. So this is your focus. And then we have to draw another line to the left of the vertex. 2 units to the left of the vertex is the directrix, and the equation of this directrix is x equals -2. Then let's go back to the focus. From the focus, the latus rectum equals 8. Divide 8 by 2. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So it means that we need to move 4 steps up for point L and 4 steps down for point R. So it is important to write the coordinates of point L. In this graph, we can say that the coordinates of point L is at 2, 4, and the coordinates of point R is at 2, -4. So we will now draw the axis of symmetry, which is the x-axis. So this is the x-axis, or the axis of symmetry is on the x-axis. So we are done with the illustration of the parabola with the equation y squared equals 8x. Okay, so let us now discuss the properties of a parabola that opens upward and downward. Using the given table, if the formula is x squared equals 4py, the parabola opens up. If the formula is x squared equals -4py, we can say that the parabola opens downward. So again, let us use the given summarized table. For the table, the vertex is at the point of origin, the focus is at 0p, directrix y equals -p, LR 4p, and the axis of symmetry is the y-axis, which means x equals 0. For the parabola that opens downward, the vertex is at the point of origin, coordinates of the focus at 0, -p, equation of directrix y equals p, the latus rectum equals 4p, and the axis of symmetry is y-axis, which means y equals 0. All right. For better understanding of the properties, let us discuss the properties and draw the graph of x squared equals -8y. So let us find the value of p. So the first step here is always to solve for the focal length. Since the equation is given as x squared equals -8y, it is in the form of x squared equals -4py. So we can say that the parabola opens downward. So in this equation, we have to equate -4p with -8 to solve for the focal length. So dividing -8 by -4, the focal length is equal to 2. Again, let us complete the table. The vertex is at 0, 0. For the focus, 0, -p, 0, -2. Equation of directrix, y equals p, so y equals 2 for the directrix. And the latus rectum, we have to multiply the focal length with 4. 4 times 2 equals 8. And the axis of symmetry is y-axis, which means x equals 0. So let us now sketch the graph by plotting of points. So let us first locate the vertex at the point of origin. Midway between the vertex is the focus. So we have here the focus and the directrix. So the vertex is midway between the focus and directrix. So from the vertex, we have to move 2 units up for the directrix and then draw the line, which is y equals 2. And then again, going back to the vertex, the movement is 2 steps down to locate the focus at 0, -2. And then draw a line, which is the latus rectum. The latus rectum is 8, so divide 8 by 2. 8 divided by 2 equals 4. So the movement is 4 steps to the right and 4 steps to the left. So let us now draw the latus rectum and write the coordinates of point L, which is 4, -4, -2. And the coordinates of point R is +4 and -2. And the last is to draw the AOS, which is the y-axis. And it means that if the AOS is the y-axis, it means that x is equal to 0. Okay. So let us now proceed to the flash summary. In summary, we can say that the equation of the parabola with vertex at 0, 0 in standard form are given by y squared equals 4px. As you can see, we have here four equation or four formulas. If the parabola opens to the left, the equation is y squared equals negative 4px. Opens upward, the equation is x squared equals 4py. And if the parabola opens downward, the equation is x squared equals negative 4py. It is important to memorize the standard form of the parabola. Well, I guess you are now ready for the class exercises. It's your turn. Okay, let's go. Okay, it's your turn. In the first question, your task is to discuss the properties and sketch the graph of y squared equals 12x. The summarized table will guide you in discussing the properties and sketching the graph. You may now start. Okay, take note that your first step is to solve for the focal length. Solve for the value of p. Okay, so let's find out if your answer is correct. So let us draw another table or insert another column on the given table. So from y squared equals 12x, it is given in the form of y squared equals 4px. So we can say that the parabola opens to the right. To solve for p, equate 4p with 12, divide 12 by 4, and p equals 3. So vertex at 0, 0, focus at 3, 0. Is your answer correct? Equation of directrix, x equals negative 3. The latus rectum, 4 times 3 is 12. And the AOS is x-axis, which means y equals 0. Using the table, you may now draw the parabola by plotting of points. So the vertex at the point of origin, locate 3, 0 on the positive x-axis. So this is your point F for the focus. And then from the vertex, you have to move 3 steps to the left and draw the line passing through x equals negative 3. This is your directrix. And then your AOS is a line perpendicular to directrix, which is the x-axis. Going back to the focus, the latus rectum is 12. Divide 12 by 2. So from the focus, move 6 steps up and move 6 steps down. And then light point L for the endpoint, one of the endpoints of the latus rectum, and point R for the other endpoint. Write the coordinates of point L. In this graph, the coordinate of point L is 3, 6, and the coordinate of point R is 3, negative 6. Is your answer correct? Okay, let us now answer question number 2. In question number 2, your task is to discuss the properties and sketch the graph of x squared equals 8y. So discuss the properties using the given table and then sketch the graph. You may pause the video while you are writing your solution. You may now start. Okay, remember that your first step is to solve for the focal length. And since the equation is written in the form of x squared equals 4py, the parabola opens upward. Okay, so let's find out if your answers are correct. Okay, looking at the table on the third column, for the value of the focal length, equate 4p with 8. 4p equals 8. 8 divided by 2 8 divided by 4 equals 2. So the focal length is 2. And the vertex is at the point of origin. Focus using 0p. The focus is at 0, 2. And the equation of directrix is y equals negative p or y equals negative 2. The latus rectum is always equal to 4 times p, which is 4 times 2 equals 8. And AOS, y-axis, x equals 0. Okay, so we will now draw the graph of the parabola by plotting of points. Locate the vertex at the point of origin. Point F, the focus is at 0, 2. So from the vertex, the movement is 2 steps up. And then from the vertex, you also need to move 2 steps down to draw the directrix, which is a line passing through y equals negative 2. Okay, so let's draw the latus rectum from the focus. LR equals 8. Again, what is the solution here? we will divide 8 by 2, and we have to move 4 steps to the right and 4 steps to the left. Okay, so we have now the latus rectum. So name your endpoint as point L and then write the coordinates. The coordinates of point L is at negative 4 and positive 2. And on the other endpoint, we have point R, and the coordinates of point R is positive 4, positive 2. All right. I hope you understand. So this is our last example. Okay, that's it. So before I end, let me give my special thanks to Canva, to Bitmoji for the images, Bitmoji images. I also made use of the slides, so I want to thank PeerDeck for the PeerDeck slides. I also want to thank my references. So these are my references. Thank you very much for watching my instructional videos. So this just to remind you that this video is created with love. Okay, thank you very much. See you again on my next instructional video. Bye.